Have you ever pondered the frequency with which men feel marginalized or overlooked by women, rejected for not meeting specific physical or financial benchmarks? Many men harbor a pervasive sense of inadequacy, perceiving themselves as falling short in terms of attractiveness, stature, or financial standing. As time progresses, it appears that men receive a resounding message: they can never quite measure up. Frustrated and disheartened, some men resort to figuratively poking themselves in the eyes, metaphorically blinding themselves to what they perceive as the unattainable standards set by modern women. Delving into femininity in a modern world. During a recent conversation with a friend, a thought-provoking question emerged. What lies behind the apparent disconnection many modern women seem to have with their femininity? It's crucial to acknowledge that this shift isn't solely their responsibility. Rather, it's a complex interplay of various societal forces at play. Modern women frequently find their self-esteem tied to their adeptness in navigating a world historically dominated by men. This perpetual struggle to assert themselves in male-dominated spheres can exact a toll on women's emotional well-being, contributing to elevated rates of depression and general dissatisfaction. The contemporary woman grapples with the challenge of reconciling her intrinsic, gentle, nurturing femininity with the demands imposed by a corporate culture that often prizes more conventionally masculine attributes. This ongoing tension gradually erodes the traits that were once emblematic of traditional femininity. Recognizing gender roles and responsibilities. It's imperative to acknowledge that both genders play unique roles and bear distinct responsibilities within society. Men and women are not adversaries meant to vie against each other, but rather partners intended to complement and bolster each other in fulfilling their respective social duties. The current emphasis on competition between the sexes risks destabilizing the harmonious equilibrium that ideally should exist. In the contemporary corporatocracy and capitalist-driven world, feminine qualities can sometimes be perceived as liabilities or complacency in women. This perception adds to the pressure on women to adopt more conventionally masculine traits, further alienating them from their inherent femininity. Addressing the erosion of traditional values. Concurrently, it's pertinent to acknowledge that men, too, are undergoing profound transformations. The surge in divorce rates, instances of adultery, and infidelity represents a multifaceted issue, often influenced by entrenched societal structures. The erosion of traditional values and the pervasive influence of capitalism have significantly contributed to these shifting behavioral patterns. Navigating marriage in a transformative landscape. Given the current landscape, contemplating marriage can be an intimidating prospect. It's imperative for men who have yet to experience matrimony to meticulously research and contemplate the evolving dynamics at play. Statistics indicate that a considerable portion of marriages in Western societies culminate in divorce within the initial 7 years. It's crucial to recognize that this trend doesn't necessarily stem from men's inadequacies, but rather reflects the impact of evolving ideologies, including feminism and assorted gender paradigms. The conventional notion of marriage, characterized by enduring commitment and mutual partnership, appears to be waning. Instead, marriage is increasingly perceived as a contractual arrangement, with the state assuming a significant role in the union. This legal entanglement can precipitate substantial financial and emotional repercussions in the event of a marital dissolution. Contemplating a safer route. Given these formidable challenges, it's understandable that many men hesitate to embark on the journey of marriage. Just as one would balk at boarding a flight with a 30% chance of a safe landing or investing in a venture with a 30% likelihood of financial success, many men opt to sidestep marriage altogether to evade entanglement in the cycle of shattered unions. The modern dating quagmire. Modern dating has emerged as a veritable labyrinth, leaving many men apprehensive about pursuing romantic entanglements. The specter of potential accusations and subsequent legal ramifications has rendered even the act of asking someone out a perilous endeavor. Men confront a tangible risk of being unjustly accused of misconduct, and regrettably, the legal apparatus often appears predisposed to credulously accept these allegations without thorough scrutiny. This atmosphere of uncertainty and perceived peril has profoundly impacted the dating milieu. The pernicious proliferation of gold diggers. Further complicating matters in the modern dating realm is the proliferation of individuals colloquially referred to as gold diggers. These opportunistic individuals, predominantly women, are perceived as driven by materialistic motives, While it's imperative to acknowledge that not all women fall into this category, the mere presence of such individuals has indelibly shaped men's perceptions of dating. The fear of encountering someone with ulterior motives can dissuade men from pursuing romantic relationships. Perceptions of modern women. Modern women are often characterized as entitled, materialistic, and financially independent. While these attributes are not universally applicable, they have contributed to shifting power dynamics within relationships, particularly in the context of divorce. In numerous Western nations, divorce laws tend to tilt in favor of women, endowing them with considerable advantages in property division and custody disputes. This asymmetry can engender an environment where men perceive themselves as disadvantaged and are consequently disinclined to commit. Navigating perceptions of men in contemporary society. The advent of the Me Too movement, while pivotal in addressing issues of harassment and abuse, has engendered unintended consequences. It has fostered heightened suspicion around men, with certain individuals regarding them as potential threats. The dating terrain has consequently become more treacherous for men, who may find themselves stigmatized or unfairly maligned. The enigma of modern women's perceived unattainability. The standards modern women uphold for potential partners have undergone a discernible evolution, with factors such as physical appearance, stature, and financial prowess often assuming paramount importance. This paradigm shift can leave men feeling undervalued and overlooked. The implicit message conveyed is that they may perpetually fall short of these lofty standards, engendering feelings of frustration and disillusionment. The transformed dating landscape. Dating in the Western Hemisphere has undergone a seismic transformation, with technology and social media wielding considerable influence. While dating applications have facilitated connections, they have also introduced new challenges, such as superficial judgments predicated on appearances, and a dearth of authentic connections. Consequently, even when men succeed in securing romantic partners, they may grapple with issues related to financial dependence, infidelity, and overall dissatisfaction. The precarious perception of marriage. Marriage can appear to be an inherently precarious institution, particularly when viewed through the lens of divorce. Skyrocketing divorce rates and what some perceive as biased legal frameworks have spurred many men to question the prudence of marriage. Apprehensions surrounding alimony, asset division, and the specter of financial ruin in the event of a marital dissolution. The role of men, going their own way, MGTOW. Despite these formidable challenges, certain men continue to express frustration with their dating experiences in Western societies. This apparent paradox raises questions about the authenticity of movements like men going their own way, MGTOW. The persistence of dating applications and the pursuit of romantic relationships, notwithstanding prevailing discontent, may appear incongruous with the principles espoused by MGTOW. Addressing legal and societal dynamics, challenges associated with divorce laws, notably alimony and asset division, necessitate redress to ensure equity for both parties. Similarly, fashioning a balanced approach to addressing allegations of sexual misconduct, one that respects the conclusion. The complexities of modern relationships, particularly within the context of marriage and dating, are deeply intertwined with shifting societal norms, gender dynamics, and legal frameworks. Men's perceptions of themselves and their interactions with women are significantly influenced by societal pressures, evolving gender roles, and the prevailing cultural climate. The erosion of traditional values, coupled with the proliferation of divorce and the emergence of movements like men going their own way, MGTOW.
And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW Voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.